Hi everyone, I'm Mumu from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you a new design, the brocade pattern tissue box cover. It comes in multiple styles. Each style has its own color scheme. The crocheting method is basically the same. It's made up of motifs. Motif 2. And edging. Lace trim and magnetic clasps. There are 2 Motif 1s. Start with a magic ring method. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. You'll need to switch colors during the process. Several crochet stitches will be applied. All are clearly marked on the chart, so I won't list them all here. Please watch my demonstration for the specific crocheting method. Take out the corresponding yarn, mindful that yarn varies by design. For easier viewing here, I'm demonstrating with cotton yarn. Colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes and hook sizes, please refer to the product detail page and the paper instructions. Start with a magic ring. Use the hook size corresponding to your yarn. Complete, and then crochet the first round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. This counts as 1 double crochet. Then work 11 double crochets into the magic ring loop. After that, close the magic ring. Finally, on the turning chain, pick the top 2 strands of the chain stitch above. Work 1 slip stitch. The joining slip stitch at the end of the round doesn't count as 1 stitch. Make sure to pull tight to avoid accidentally adding extra stitches later on. This completes the first round. We'll consider the side with clearer texture as the right side of the piece. Now move on to crochet the second round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Align with the beginning stitch below. Work 1 double crochet into the slip stitch join spot from the previous round. Tighten the yarn tail for the starting chain together. Complete 1 special double crochet 2-in-1 increase stitch. Then work 1 double crochet increase DC 2-in-1 on the left stitch, which means working 2 double crochets into the same stitch position. Be mindful that the left stitch might be slightly distorted. Don't miss it. The double crochet increase is completed. Continue picking up stitches downward and work a double crochet increase DC 2-in-1 into each stitch correspondingly. After completing, move to the beginning stitch. Pick up both strands of the top chain stitch and join with a slip stitch to finish. The next round will require switching colors. Here we'll fasten off the yarn. Work 1 chain stitch to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail and cut it off. Pull tight. Yarn tails from the starting chain that weren't used can now be cut. This completes round 2. Now we'll work on round 3. Here I'll use a swatch for demonstration. Color scheme is random. Take the corresponding yarn. Make a slip knot with the yarn. Place it on the crochet hook. Adjust the loop size. Here, for better texture appearance, we won't make a turning chain. Start crocheting directly. First, work 1 front post double crochet, yarn over the hook once. You can press the yarn down with your finger. Insert the hook into the right side of the first chain stitch from round 1. Come out on the left side. Pick up the entire turning chain. Pull the yarn through. Lengthen the loop to the same height as round 2. Then yarn over one after another. Pass through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. The front post double crochet is completed. The braid formed at the upper right is its stitch. For easier explanation, we'll call it FPDC later. Next, connect with 3 chain stitches as a bridge. Then on the left side double crochet of round 1. Work 1 front post double crochet, yarn over. Insert the hook from the right side. Come out on the left side. Pick up the entire double crochet. Make 1 double crochet. Pay attention to bring the loop to the same height as round 2. Another front post double crochet is completed. Next, connect with 3 chain stitches as a bridge. This round is worked by crocheting front post double crochets correspondingly on the double crochets of round 1. Connect with 3 chain stitches between each front post double crochet. Work all the way down this round using this method. Once completed, work into the first front post double crochet stitch. Make 1 slip stitch to finish. Cut the yarn. That completes round 3. Next, we'll work on round 4. Start with round 2. Join yarn at the insertion point of the slip stitch. Pay attention to insert from the right side of the previous round slip stitch position. Insert through the right side hole. Keep the chain braid behind. Make 3 beginning chains after joining the yarn. Work 1 double crochet in the same place. You can weave in the yarn tail together. Then work 1 double crochet on the left stitch. Next, insert into the left side hole of the previous round. Into the stitch where round 3's double crochet increase was made. Correspondingly work 1 double crochet increase and 1 double crochet. The chain braid from the previous round is also kept behind. Continue weaving in the yarn tail. After completing, pick up the stitch of the double crochet increase. In the left side chain space, correspondingly work 2 double crochet increases. We'll treat the crocheted stitches as one group. This round is made by repeating this group. As you crochet, keep the chain braid of the previous round behind. Work all the way around following this method. After completing the last double crochet increase, slip stitch into the beginning chain to finish. Cut the yarn. Tidy up. This completes the 4th round. Now move on to the 5th round. First, join the yarn at the slip stitch position from the previous round. Then chain 3. In the same position, work a 4 DC popcorn stitch. Start by making 4 double crochets. Then insert into the first double crochet stitch, and the loop that was left. Pull through. Secure with 1 chain stitch. The 4 DC popcorn stitch is now complete. Continue with 3 chain stitches. Work 1 slip stitch in the same position underneath. Gently tighten. Next, insert into the back loop of the left stitch. The stitch here is a bit puckered. It might not look very neat. It's just one strand like this. Work 1 single crochet. Continue on the 3 stitches on the left. Pick up the back loops and correspondingly make single crochets. After completing, work 1 slip stitch on the left stitch. We'll treat the crocheted stitches as one group. Continue and make another group. First, work 3 chain stitches. In the same stitch, work a 4 DC popcorn stitch. Then work 3 chain stitches. Work 1 slip stitch in the same stitch. Then pick up the back loops and correspondingly make 4 single crochets. Work 1 slip stitch on the left stitch. This round is just repeating this same group. Work all the way around using this method. The last slip stitch of the final group. Work it into the starting joining point. Cut the yarn. That completes round 5. Next, we'll work round 6. As you can see, there's a hole above the 4DC popcorn stitch from the previous round. Insert into the hole and join the yarn. First, make 2 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same position. Then work 5 double crochets into the left chain space. Below are 4 single crochets. On the remaining front loop of the middle 2 single crochet stitches. Correspondingly work 2 single crochets. Next, work into the 4DC popcorn stitch on the left side. Work 5 double crochets into the right chain space. Four DC popcorn stitch. Work 1 double crochet into the upper hole. Two chain stitches. Work 1 slip stitch into the same hole. Gently tighten. We'll treat the already crocheted stitches as one group. Then continue to work another group. First, make 2 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same position. Then work 5 double crochets into the left chain space. the insertion point for the 2 single crochets in the middle below. On the remaining front loop, correspondingly work 2 single crochets. Then work 5 double crochets into the left chain space. For DC popcorn stitch, work 1 double crochet into the upper hole. Two chain stitches. Work 1 slip stitch into the same hole. This round is just repeating this group over and over. Complete this round following this method. The last slip stitch of the final group is worked into the starting join point. Tighten. Cut the yarn. That completes round 6. Next, move on to round 7. First, locate the yarn break position from the previous round. On the third double crochet from the left, on the right side. Pick up the back loop horizontal bar to join the yarn. Then work 5 chain stitches. Behind the slip stitch on the left side. Pick up approximately 2 threads at that position. Work 1 slip stitch. The slip stitch of this round does not need to be tightened. Continue by working 5 chain stitches. Next, on the left side, count 3 double crochets from the right. Pick up the back loop horizontal bar, and work 1 slip stitch. Continue by working 2 chain stitches. On the third double crochet to the right of the left side slip stitch. Pick up the back loop horizontal bar, and work a slip stitch. We will treat the crocheted stitches as one group. Continue by working another group. First, work 5 chain stitches. Behind the slip stitch, pick up 2 threads and work a slip stitch. Continue by working 5 chain stitches. On the left side, slip stitch into the back of the third double crochet from the right. Next, work 2 chain stitches. To the right of the left side slip stitch. Slip stitch into the back of the third double crochet from the left. This round is made by repeating this group. Crochet the entire round using this method. The last slip stitch of the final group. Work it at the starting joining position. Gently tighten. Don't cut the yarn. This completes round 7. Next, crochet round 8. First, work a slip stitch transition into the left side chain space. To begin the round, chain 3 as the beginning chain. Work 3 double crochets in the same space. Next, pick up the left side slip stitch. Hook into the left loop of the slip stitch. That's the position. Work 1 double crochet. Continue with 4 double crochets in the left side space. Then chain 2 as a transition. We'll treat the crocheted stitches as one group. Continue with another group. Skip 2 chain spaces. Work 4 double crochets in the left side 5 chain space. Work 1 double crochet in the slip stitch. Work 1 double crochet in approximately that position. Work 4 double crochets in the left side space. Then chain 2. This round is made by repeating this group. Work around following this method. Pay attention to skip the 2 chain space. After completing the last group, join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. This completes the 8th round. Move on to crochet the 9th round. This round requires 2 types of yarn. Take the new yarn. Set it aside for now. First, work 1 special double crochet 2 in 1 with the previous yarn. As you crochet, place the new yarn on the hook and work it in. Then correspondingly make 3 double crochets. After completing, work 1 bobble double crochet. First, make 1 bobble stitch. Stretch the loop, remove the crochet hook. Hang the new yarn in place. On the front loop of the left stitch, pull the new yarn through. Then chain 2 to begin. Next, work 1 incomplete half double crochet in the same position. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Slightly stretch the loop. 1 incomplete half double crochet is done. Continue and make 1 more. Yarn over. Mindful to hold down the previous yarn. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Stretch the loop. The second incomplete half double crochet is done. Continue and make 1 more incomplete half double crochet. Final yarn over. Draw through all at once. Secure with a chain stitch. This completes 1 bobble. Enlarge the loop, remove the hook. Thread through the loop that was left. Then behind the bobble, work 1 double crochet into the back loop of the corresponding stitch from the previous round. Yarn over first, insert into the bobble loop. At the same time, pick up the corresponding back loop behind. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loop. Continue to complete the double crochet. Gently tighten the bobble yarn. This completes 1 double crochet with a bobble. Continue with 3 double crochets and 1 double crochet increase. Continue wrapping with the new yarn. Then work 2 chain stitches. We'll treat the crocheted stitches as one group. Continue by working another group. First, pick up the corresponding stitch, and work 1 double crochet increase and 3 double crochets. Continue wrapping the yarn. Then work 1 bobble stitch. Remove the crochet hook. Pull the yarn used for the bobble flat. To prevent the yarn from curling inside, remember to keep the fabric piece flat. Then insert into the front loop of the stitch on the left. Draw the yarn through. Make 2 beginning chain stitches. Then work 3 half double crochets, incomplete. Next, yarn over and draw through all loops at once. Finally, work 1 chain stitch to secure. Stretch the loop, remove the hook. Insert into the previous loop. Work 1 double crochet, remember to yarn over first, insert into the bump loop, and the corresponding back loop behind. Draw the yarn through the loop. Continue to complete the double crochet. Tighten the yarn of the bump. Continue to work 3 double crochets accordingly. One double crochet increase. And 2 chain stitches. This round is made by repeating this group. Work the entire round following this method. After completing the last group, slip stitch into the starting beginning chain. The yarn used for crocheting the bump. Leave a little yarn tail. Continue along the texture on the wrong side to finish one more section. Everyone complete this. That completes round 9. Continue to round 10. Start with a chain 1. Insertion point of the slip stitch below. Work 1 single crochet. Skip 2 stitches on the left. Work 6 double crochets into the left stitch. We'll treat the stitches worked into this stitch as a fan pattern. Skip 1 stitch on the left. Work 1 single crochet. Continue by skipping 1 stitch and working a fan pattern. After completing, skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet. Chain 2. We'll consider the stitches already crocheted as one group. This round is simply repeating this group pattern. Continue crocheting this way around the entire round. Once the last group is completed, join with a slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Cut the yarn. This completes round 10. Now we'll move on to round 11. First, join the yarn into the slip stitch position from the previous round. Then chain 1 to begin. Work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Which means working 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Single crochet increase completed. On the fan pattern on the left side, correspondingly work 2 single crochets. One single crochet increase. And 3 single crochets. Next, we need to create an arch. First, yarn over once with the hook. Then pick up the insertion point of the single crochet below. Insert the hook downward into the stitch position. Draw the yarn through. Then yarn over. Next, pick up the stitch between the single crochet and the fan pattern on the right side. The stitch below the one here. Which is right here. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Yarn over again. Pick up the fan pattern on the left side. Counting from right to left. The strand above the second double crochet stitch. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Mindful to slightly enlarge the loop. Then yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first loop. Remember to slightly enlarge the loop each time. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Next, yarn over and pull through the first 3 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. One, 2. Finally, there are 2 loops left. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. A curved line bending to the right is completed. Continue crocheting a curved line bending to the left. First, yarn over the hook. Pick up the single crochet from the previous round, and the fan shape on the left side. Skip the chain space between them. Insert the hook from behind the stitch. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over. Pick up a strand 1 row below the insertion point of the left fan shape. That is, right here. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over. Continue on the left fan shape. Pick up the second double crochet from the right to the left. Pull the yarn through. Enlarge the loop. Then yarn over. Draw through the first loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and draw through the first 3 loops. Repeat twice. Finally yarn over. Draw through in once. A curve bending to the left is completed. Skip the back single crochet. Continue on the left fan shape. Pick up the stitch and correspondingly work 3 single crochets. Two single crochets into the same stitch. Two single crochets. Make 2 single crochets into the left single crochet. Then go down to the double crochet increase side on round 9. Insert into this double crochet and work 3 single crochets. Mindful that all the stitches in this round are on top. Work 3 single crochets into the edge double crochet on round 8. Into the 2 chain space hole below on round 7. Work 1 single crochet. Continue to the next side group. Correspondingly work 3 single crochets per row. We will treat the worked stitches as one group. Continue and work another group. First, make 2 single crochets into the left single crochet from the previous round. Correspondingly work 2 single crochets into the fan pattern. 1 single crochet increase. And 3 single crochets. Then crochet a curve bending to the right. First, yarn over. Sequentially into the insertion position of the single crochet. Skip 1 strand below the double crochet stitch on the right side. Pick up the strand. Draw the yarn through, yarn over. Then, pick up 1 strand on the second double crochet, from the left of the fan pattern on the right side. Pick up 1 strand. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Enlarge the loop. Yarn over. Pass through the first loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Then yarn over and draw through the first 3 loops. Repeat twice. Finally, yarn over and draw through in once. Once completed, continue crocheting the left curve. In turn, on the double crochet stitch left open at the left side of the single crochet, and on the 1 strand below the insertion point of the fan pattern. Yarn over. Pick up the strand and draw through. Remember to start with a yarn over. Yarn over again. Then pick up the fan pattern on the left side. The 1 strand of the second double crochet stitch from the right. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over. And draw through the first loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Then yarn over and draw through the first 3 loops. Repeat twice. Finally, yarn over, and draw through in once. The curve is completed. Continue on the fan pattern on the left side. Crochet symmetrically corresponding stitch patterns to the right side fan pattern. Make one single crochet increase on the left single crochet stitch. Below the double crochet increase and the side of the double crochet, crochet 3 single crochets respectively. In the 2 chain space of the 7th round, crochet 1 single crochet. Correspondingly crochet 6 single crochets on the left side. This round is simply repeating this group of crochet patterns. Follow the pattern to complete this entire round. After completing the last group, leave a yarn tail of about 10 cm and fasten off. The method is the same as for fastening off on the 5th round of Motif 2. Tuck in the yarn tail along the texture on the wrong side. Everyone complete this step. This completes the 11th round. Next, move on to the 12th round. Here I'll demonstrate using a swatch. First, locate the 2 chain space on the 10th round. On the right side of any chain space, join the yarn with a single crochet between 2 fan patterns. The stitches from the previous round are in front. Make 3 beginning chains as the turning chain. 2 chain stitches for transition. Work 2 double crochets in the same position, with 2 chain stitches in between. We'll treat the worked stitches as one corner of this round. Next, chain 1. On the left side of the fan pattern from round 10. Behind the 4th double crochet from the right, do a slip stitch through both loops. Pick the upper part, just these 2 threads. No need to pull tight. This entire round is worked into the stitches of round 10. We won't repeat this explanation later. Continue with 5 chain stitches. Next, locate the first double crochet of the left fan pattern. From the wrong side, pick the bottom part through both loops and slip stitch. Three chain stitches. Slip stitch into the single crochet between the left fan pattern. Three chain stitches. Next fan pattern's leftmost double crochet. From the wrong side, pick the bottom part through both loops and slip stitch. 5 chain stitches. Next fan pattern, third double crochet from the right, on the wrong side. Pick the upper part through both loops and slip stitch. One chain stitch. We will treat the stitches worked after the corner as one side of this round. When crocheting, be mindful not to make the chain stitches too tight, to keep the fabric piece flat. Continue to crochet one corner. In the middle of the fan pattern, work 3 double crochets on the single crochet, with 2 chain stitches in between as transition. Corner is completed. Continue crocheting following this method for sides and corners. Refer to the chart to finish this round. Pay attention to the insertion point of the slip stitch, don't make a mistake. After completing the last side, on the starting chain stitch, from bottom to top find the third chain stitch. Pick up 2 strands and work a slip stitch. Round 12 is completed. Don't cut the yarn for now. Continue to crochet round 13. First, on the left side chain space, work 1 slip stitch as transition. The oval-shaped slip stitch indicates no need to tighten. Chain 2. On the left double crochet, work 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert into the stitch. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat this 3 times. Repeat 3 times. Treble crochet is complete. Continue with 2 chain stitches. Work 1 more treble crochet in the same position. Yarn over twice. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Treble crochet is complete. We will treat this treble crochet as the corner of this round. Next, we will work one side. First, chain 2. 1 treble crochet and double crochet together. First, go back to the previous insertion position. Work 1 incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 2 times. The incomplete treble crochet is done. Then, go to the left chain space. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is done. Yarn over and draw through in once. The treble crochet and double crochet decrease is done. Continue with 2 chain stitches. 1 double crochet decrease. First, work 1 incomplete double crochet in the current space. Yarn over. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is done. Then work 1 incomplete double crochet in the chain space on the left side. Make another incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through in once. The double crochet decrease is done. Continue with 2 chain stitches. In the same space as before. And in the left chain space. Work 1 double crochet decrease. Make 2 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and draw through in once. The double crochet decrease is done. Continue with 2 chain stitches. Work 1 double crochet decrease in the same hole. Two chain stitches. Continue in the same space and the left chain space. Work 1 double crochet decrease. Two chain stitches. Then work in the same space and the left chain space. Work 1 double crochet decrease. Continue picking up chain spaces on the left side. Crochet symmetrically to the right side following the chart. Pay attention that the insertion points of the double crochet decreases are always in these chain spaces. Except for the double crochet decrease in the middle of the 5 chain space, the insertion points of other double crochet decreases are in different holes. After completing the second to last 2 chain stitch. Next, work in the same space, and the stitch at the corner on the left side. Work 1 stitch combining a double crochet and a treble crochet. First pick up the space and make an incomplete double crochet. Work an incomplete treble crochet in the stitch on the left. Finally, yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The stitch combining a double crochet and a treble crochet is done. Continue with 2 chain stitches. One side is completed. Continue crocheting the corners and sides in the same way. Finish this round following the chart. Pay attention to the placement and number of cluster stitches on the sides. For the clusters at the beginning and end, refer to the chart carefully. After completing the last 2 chain stitches, complete this side by working into the first few stitches. Finish with a slip stitch in the stitch where the treble crochet started. Round 13 is now completed. Now move on to crochet round 14. Start with 1 chain stitch as the beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch below. Make 2 single crochets in the left chain space. Work 2 half double crochets in the corner stitch from the previous round. Chain 2 between them as a transition. We'll consider these 4 stitches as the corner for this round. Now crochet along this side. Make 2 single crochets in the chain space. Work 1 single crochet in the stitch. Continue crocheting all the way to the end of the previous round's edge. Once completed, this side is done. Following this method for corners and sides. Finish this round, finish this. After completing the 2 single crochets in the last hole, slip stitch and cut the yarn. Round 14 is completed. Next is round 15. Join the yarn in the corner chain space of the previous round, then follow the chart to crochet. Pay attention to skip the half double crochet in the corner position of the previous round. On the edge, skip 1 chain stitch by leaving it unworked. Finish with a slip stitch and cut the yarn. The method is simple. Everyone follow the chart and complete it. Now I'll demonstrate the final round. On the left side of the yarn tail, from the previous round, join the yarn on the left stitch of the 3 chain space. Make 1 chain to start. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Work 1 single crochet on the next stitch. At the chain space position, pick up the skipped half double crochet from round 14 underneath. Work 1 double crochet. Insert the hook from the front. Pay attention to wrap the previous round's chain loop into the stitch. Remember to enlarge the loop. The height should match the right side after completion. Continue picking up stitches, and work 3 single crochets correspondingly. Chain space position. On the skipped stitch underneath, work 1 double crochet. Pay attention to wrap the chain stitch and enlarge the loop. Continue working downward using this method. Before reaching the 3 chain space at the corner, we'll treat the stitches after the turning chain as one side of this round. Now work a corner. In the corner space of round 14, work 2 double crochets with a 3 chain bridge in between. Also remember to wrap the previous round's chain stitch. Pay attention that the insertion point is in the middle of the previous round stitch. The corner is completed. Following this method for sides and corners. Refer to the chart and finish this round. When you reach the turning chain position, insert the hook into the slip stitch position and crochet. After completing the last corner, join with a slip stitch to finish. The final round is completed. Motif 1 is now finished. You can measure the dimensions if needed. Compare with the dimensions given in the chart. You can also compare with a regular tissue paper. It should be slightly wider than the tissue. The tissue size here is random for the swatch. The tissue should be covered halfway by the motif. If there's a significant difference, adjust your tension and recrochet the last few rounds. Once the size is confirmed to be correct, cut the yarn. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side. You can weave in a few extra stitches. The remaining yarn tails should also be hidden on the wrong side. Crochet the other motif 1 in the same way. Pay attention to keeping the size consistent. That concludes the explanation for motif 1. Next, let's learn about motif 2. There are 2 identical ones. Both start with a foundation chain. Work back and forth along the foundation chain. Work back and forth. Then crochet in rounds. The new stitch technique used is 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. Please watch my demonstration for the joining method. Start with a chain stitch. Make a slip knot first. Then follow the chart to crochet chain stitches. Pay attention not to crochet too tightly. Once completed, the foundation chain is done. Next, crochet the first row, make 3 beginning chains. 2 chains as a transition. On the 7th chain from the end. And the chain that's 2 stitches apart on the left side. Insert the hook into the top loop, and work 1 double crochet decrease. 2 chains. We'll consider the double crochet decrease and the transition chains on both sides. As pattern A. Starting from the left side chain. Continue picking up the half loops and crochet 5 double crochets accordingly. One pattern repeat. Pay attention that there's a 2-stitch space between the insertion points of the double crochet decreases. Pattern A is completed. Next, continue alternating between a group of double crochets and pattern A. Finish this row. After completing the last pattern A, work 1 double crochet into the ending chain. Row 1 is completed. We'll take the side with the clearer texture of this row as the right side of the piece, which is the side where the starting yarn tail is on the left-hand side. Continue to crochet row 2. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain, corresponding to the double crochet on the edge. Turn the work on the middle stitch of pattern A on the left side. Work 2 double crochets with a 3 chain stitch transition in between. Pay attention that when on the wrong side, the stitches are on the top left. Don't insert into the wrong position. We'll treat these 5 stitches as pattern B. Continue working 5 double crochets correspondingly on the continuous double crochets. Work 1 pattern B on the next pattern A. Continue working double crochets correspondingly on the continuous double crochets downward. Correspondingly work pattern B on pattern A. Finish this row. After completing the last pattern B, work 1 double crochet in the turning chain. Here, count from right to left to find the 3rd chain stitch. Pick up 2 threads and insert the hook to crochet. Row 2 is completed. Now move on to row 3. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn the work on the pattern B. Work 1 double crochet in the stitch. In the chain space, work 3 double crochets. In the next stitch, work 1 double crochet. A total of 5 double crochets. On the left side, work one group of double crochets on the 2 stitches on both sides. Work one pattern A. Continue down the row using this method. Once the last group of double crochets is completed, work one double crochet in the turning chain. Row 3 is completed. The hooking method for row 4 that follows is similar to row 2. Correspondingly work double crochets on the continuous double crochets. Work pattern B corresponding to pattern A, creating a staggered pattern effect with the first 2 rows. At this point, you can measure the width and compare it with the chart. You can also compare it with the side of a tissue. It should be a bit wider than the tissue. If the width is not enough, you need to adjust your tension and recrochet. The following rows will follow the method of these 4 rows. Refer to the chart and complete up to row 8. Pay attention to the insertion position of the double crochet decrease in pattern A, on the first and last stitch of a group of double crochets, the last row of pattern B. The 3 chain stitches in the middle become 2. Everyone please pay attention not to make a mistake. After completing row 8, you can compare the height. It should be a bit higher than a full pack of tissues. Everyone refer to the chart to complete this part. Next, I'll demonstrate the final round. First, make 1 chain stitch as the beginning chain. Turn the work. Pick up the stitches and work single crochets correspondingly. Make 1 single crochet into the chain space. Continue crocheting following this pattern. When reaching the beginning chain position, pick up the top chain stitch, and make 1 single crochet increase. Then, work corresponding single crochets along the side edge. 2 rows make 5 single crochets. Adjust the insertion position according to the actual situation. Just ensure the fabric piece stays flat and looks nice. Check the stitch count after completion. When reaching the starting point, at the insertion point of the edge double crochet on the first row, work 1 single crochet 3 in 1, meaning making 3 single crochets in the same stitch. Completing the 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. Then work corresponding single crochets at the starting point. Insert the hook into the already crocheted area to continue working. Simply pick up the chain space and crochet directly into the chain hole. At the end, for the turning chain, work into the corresponding chain stitch. Pick up 2 strands and work 1 single crochet 3 in 1. Continue crocheting single crochets along the edge. The method is the same as the other side. Finally, work 1 single crochet at the insertion point of the first single crochet. Then join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet to finish. Cut the yarn. Completing the final round. One motif 2 is now done. The other motif 2 is worked in the same way. That concludes the explanation for motif 2.